Try the newest, cheapest, and fastest delivery na express service. Introducing Moto Express PH. You can now leave your shopping and delivery needs with us without much exposure and interaction to people outside. Mapa-grocery items, medicines, foods, and other essentials and halal certified products, kami na ang mamimili at maghahatid sa'yo. Sinisigurado na ligtas, in good and quality condition ang mga pabili o orders sa delivery service na iyong i-avail. Para sa maayos at mabilis na delivery at order mo, ipamoto mo na. Download Moto Express PH app through Google Play that is built to deliver beyond your expectation. Tara na dito sa Moto Express. Dahil moto mo to.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, digital world. I'm Ismail Abaya. I'm from the Philippines. And today we have a very exciting topic that we will discuss together with my host partner direct from Sabah, Malaysia. Let's welcome Brother Al-Fakir. Assalamualaikum, brother.
Waalaikumsalam, Mr. Ismail Baya. Thank you very much.
Yes.
I'm very, today we have a special guest from Malaysia also. Not, we are together two brothers. Okay.
Nice.
So how are you, Mr. Ismail Baya?
I'm always fine.
You are very busy, I think, every day with your
Yes.
program and quite nice program. And I'm only one per week, Sunday only.
Now we can do it daily soon. We can do a live TV selling. If we have the merchant from Malaysia, we can do it daily.
Yeah, but we manage first everything. I think
Yeah.
okay. Today we have actually two guests from Malaysia. These are my entrepreneur in Malaysia, and then we are here. We have a group as a Sabah Halal. We call it as a Sabah Halal, and then I invite them to this program to invite these two entrepreneur to give their any comment or any sharing with us for today. So our topic today is halal entrepreneur development. Then I think this quite be interested because we are now I think to develop halal in Sabah and in Malaysia and also in the Philippines. I think halal entrepreneur, we focus on halal product, and then we try today to open up your mind to regarding this entrepreneur development. So today I have a guest, and then I think better we invite first Mr. Ritaudin from Kuala Lumpur. Mr. Ritaudin. Have any problem? Okay. So today also we have another guest, Mr. Jakarullah. They have a product, it's a honey product. I think last we talked about this pure honey from Sabah. Okay. Okay. So before any issue on maybe technical issue, we try to I think to show you to share with you this in terms of this slide. Sorry.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam, brother.
A bit on technical issues there, but it's resolved. Thank you very much.
Welcome
for having me
to
here
the
today.
show. Yeah.
How are you, Mr. Ritaudin?
Alhamdulillah, saying hello from Kuala Lumpur. So I hope everybody is in good health and a good self-protection towards pandemic issues.
Nice.
Inshallah.
Okay. So I think still we're waiting another guest. I think we start first to share this. I mean, I share first. Oh no. Okay, before that, I think Mr. Ritaudin, I want to ask you one question. What is your now current job? Your current job now in Kuala Lumpur?
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ritaudin bin Azali. I'm from Kuala Lumpur. I'm now in Kuala Lumpur. I furthered my studies in Japan, graduated in 2000. Then I worked with Japanese multinational companies for more than 15 years. And now for these few years, I already take my step to take part in the halal industries, not only in foods, but also in manufacturing improvement process and so on. So as part to say as a consultant to improve more on this halal industry, especially in Malaysia. Most of our halal food industries is by small medium entrepreneurs, small medium business, which barely to have a proper system, the SOP and standard operation procedures and so on, and also a bit behind for big volume manufacturing. So this is where I take my expertise and advice to consult them on the best way to improve their operations. So basically, there's my participation here.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So actually, I have to want to share you about this slide, but unfortunately, maybe it take a time. Okay. Okay, Mr. Ismail Baya, what you think about today topic is when we talk about halal entrepreneur development. Have you, any commitment from your side to develop this entrepreneur in your country? Any activities?
Actually, it's a very good topic so that we will have a more entrepreneur awareness on the halal industry, the opportunity, and how can they start to be a halal entrepreneur. Because in the Philippines, we're not a Muslim country, and we're encouraging to tap the $1 trillion industry, and it's a niche market. And being a micro entrepreneur, most of the halal entrepreneur are micro entrepreneur, or sometimes it's much more smaller than micro, nano. But the good thing about it, especially after this pandemic 2020, this 2021, many startup entrepreneur started their business from their convenience of their house or home, and most of them are micro entrepreneur. Some of them are less than 5 person. Sometimes it's a husband and wife team, and they're thinking how they can penetrate the market. And I told them through the effort of our association, One Halal Association, to start any product that is health related, because I told them halal is for everyone, it's not for Muslim. Halal, it pertains to product that is healthy, clean, and safe. And since this is a health issue because of the pandemic, you create product, especially essential product, which is food, that is halal, so that you can penetrate the niche market that is $1 trillion industry, especially in the Philippines. We're just in the infancy stage, brother. Unlike in Malaysia, it's almost developed in Malaysia. But in the Philippines, they thought halal is a Muslim food. They thought it cannot be hamburger, it cannot be pizza, it cannot be any food. But I told them, halal is integrated in any food, whether it's a Korean, Malaysian food, Japanese food, Filipino food, and even condiments. They were shocked. Even a non-food, personal care can be halal. The cosmetic and other personal care. Now, there are we're conducting a mind setting. Mind setting is very important to open their mind that,
Yeah.
that if you're going to start, because right now I think the world is flat. Everybody is starting from zero. You cannot find now a company that is we've been in the market for 50 years. They're all dead. Di ba? And most of the investor invested their money in the startup business. When your business is just starting this year or just last year, they will invest on you because they believe your business is pandemic proof, meaning you created your business integrating in it the digital marketing, the online mall, online selling, online
Okay.
payment, online delivery, everything is online, brother. So
Yeah.
once your business is online, not meaning online, not offline, meaning your business will have a great chance of success. Will be can penetrate the market successfully,
Yeah.
especially when you're small. Right now, small is beautiful.
Yes. I agree with you, Mr. Asbabaya. It's a good explanation. I think currently in Sabah, what I'm doing now, I joined one of the organization. What I said, we have to do as a team. We cannot do by
Yes,
ourselves, individual. It's a very quite difficult to develop this
yes.
even to I mean to produce and then to export your product and to others country. Okay, let begins with Mr. Ritaudin. I think you have many experience also in TW. Actually, Mr. Ritaudin and me, we have a partner before this to bring a product to Japan. I think about
Wow.
2014. I think it's not mistaken because at that time we have a buyer, actually a buyer from the Japan, but we try to collect. Collect from the entrepreneur a product in Malaysia and then bring to the Japan. But that one is about 2014. And okay, how
Mhm.
about Ritaudin about your your experience and also your right now, what is your think about how to develop this halal entrepreneur, even in Malaysia especially?
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. For just for sharing to start this sembang-sembang. I stayed in Japan 20 years ago, about 20 years ago, and during that studies life, it is quite a challenge for us to get this halal product, especially for the meats, for the chicken. We have to purchase from Kobe, Kobe Prefecture. There's several companies that manage to get that halal. But in a way, we trust it is halal because there is a halal logo, there is a halal verification certified by certain bodies. And frankly speaking, none of the products came from Malaysia or Indonesia. It came either came from Australia or it came from others countries. Some from Pakistan, but it's very rare to have that product. But anyway, we trust on that basis, and none also uh, that product available in Japan from Japan itself. So it's a very challenging life at that time. So, but anyway, even during that time, 20 years ago, the frozen delivery service by Japanese local company is very excellent. They have this some of the famous companies so called Kuroneko, Takyubi. is very popular in Japan. It was established earlier than our present there, and network delivery network system, including the frozen product delivery to home, is well established, and we managed to get our product meats in a fresh condition. So looking into this, even now in Malaysia, some popular delivery companies like Food Panda, I think maybe you also have over there, Grabs, and some also other a few like Tapao. These are local developed delivery companies. There are still, honestly, there are still a lack of delivery riders that can deliver frozen food into your home. Okay, so what I can see here, and I also there is also something that been done by our brothers in Philippines, is that if it is possible for this up to a level bikers level that can capable to hold the frozen products from a certain market to your home. So this is something that I look as a new development stage where we believe that currently we have plenty micro say micro company, micro business entity that are producing frozen food. Say. For example, like our we call it kuih. What we call it? Fakir kuih.
Wait.
Kuih muih. What we call it, like curry puff, like local bread, local fish product, which now the convert from roadside sellers hawkers to frozen. So it's becoming a trend here. So there are it is a very fast process, very proven process, but it required this frozen condition at all time. So in a way, we've seen. I've also personally met a few entrepreneurs that they have to cater their service from producing this frozen product up to delivery to their customers. So where I see that there is still a big potential of making this process efficient, because this frozen product is very popular homemade. We call it homemade product that really pull consumer attention. That their taste preference is more towards home kitchen rather than factory manufactured. So this is a very good opportunity for us, and I'm taking your Tuan Mr. Ismail saying that now is zero reset. We call it the zero reset. So
Yes.
nobody can be proud of their previous company making millions every year and so on that. So there's this is the zero reset, is a global zero reset, I would say, that giving us these micro entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs, the opportunity to start with the same ground, the same potential. Even a big supermarket now just trying to start having this online mall and so on, but there are still a lot of things they have to do, because for a small manufacturer or small entrepreneurs, they may be dealing with one or two, maybe three products maximum that they can do at their place. But for these big companies, for them to convert this virtual physical marketplace towards virtual marketplace, there is a very big challenge, because they have to deal maybe 1,000 of companies, hundreds of companies with thousands of products that have to settle down before they can really kick off into the market. Rather than this small business company, they maybe have come up with some traditional recipes for a certain food that can be packed in a certain good way, in a certain professional. Now the packaging industry is very good. It's very popular now. They are making really good money. Have this frozen and delivered to the customers. So now the loop connection or the missing link between this producer and customer is this frozen network delivery, which I believe we already have. We already have the proven business model by our young people, this young generation, energetic people riding this bike, which very significant for them, and mobility capability that we really have to look into and taking this advantage to expedite more on this segment of matters. And especially when we talk about frozen, definitely is a halal it can be halal specific segment that I'm looking into, inshallah.
Okay, thank you very
Okay.
much, Mr. It's
Thank you.
very
Thank you.
nice introduce about the frozen, how to manage frozen by delivery. I think one thing that when we talk about halal entrepreneur, I think from the starting, when we want to develop this entrepreneur, of course, this in Philippines, of course, they have no experience. I think it's a non-Muslim when we want to involve. We need the strong consultant to do this job. But another thing is a based on honor, is a ownership. I mean ownership or responsibility to become as a halal. I think I have a share one. Whatever is I think because but I just explain this. When we talk about halal, of course, it's come with a halal awareness. It's for the owner of the food industry, factory, or I think a restaurant, central kitchen. Of course, they are doing logistic and also the warehouse. They have need to have a responsibility to our awareness to become a halal entrepreneur. Okay, and then I think I have a video. I try to share. I think okay, cannot sharing this video. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, one thing that I want to share today, Mr. Ismail Baya and Mr. Ritaudin, since about 2 months ago, I already joined this organization. We call is in Malaysia is a MEEDC, Malaysia Entrepreneur Ecosystem and Database Center organization. Also, this organization is the vision is to develop entrepreneur. I mean to bring entrepreneur to the global. So I think when we talk about halal, of course we need to give them as a halal. Knowledge about how to develop their product and then what is the halal requirement, any preparation before they start. So I think when we talk about this organization is in Malaysia, is around the Malaysia. Then now we start to develop entrepreneur, and on my side, of course, I'm doing a still focus on my project is a Sabah Halal 2021. Then I want to bring more entrepreneur to involve in halal. And what the main is we have to also to tackle the platforms of that. Number one, in terms of training. I think this one we discussed on the last episode with Mr. Albaya, how that we want to manage halal training for our Malaysian and also Philippines. And then in terms of that, we have to tackle also in terms of the knowledge that we want to give them to develop your product. What I think today Mr. Ritauddin say about the delivery of the frozen food. I mean, number one is to develop them as a frozen. I mean, the factory. I mean, to start this, and then the permits that they have to do inside of that is belong to or require all the halal requirement. So I think today I have a slide and also the video. Unfortunately, I cannot share about this. But okay, Mr. Ismail Baya, I think when we talk about micro entrepreneur, what is the level in the Philippines that you said? I think for me in Malaysia or in Sabah right now they are mostly they are doing in the house. I think like a home kitchen. They start based on home kitchen for me. I go, I say I have a video to show to all of you. Into one entrepreneur that I go there, that they start to make a cookies in the house, but they have a special area. But I think this is starting or startup for them, and I think for in Malaysia, what we need I think even they have want to develop the product, they have to manage their number one is the company to get a license, and then after that it's easy to get the halal after this. Okay, how about in Philippines? When we talk about entrepreneur or micropreneur, what is the level of this entrepreneur in Philippines?
Almost the same, since most of the people here are prohibited to go out, and some of them are also in fear of the unknown. So they start their business from their kitchen, which is their mini factory, their dining table as their president's office, being in the home-based business. And
Yes.
the good thing about in the Philippines, we developed already the mobile delivery app, just like what our brother is saying, that everything now is online. You have to put your product on the online shop, e-commerce, then there is a delivery. And people now are aware of the delivery charge because for them it's not convenient, not safer. And for the micro entrepreneur in the house, they're now satisfied because everything is online. This is a digital world because it's very expensive now. It's not sustainable to rent a office or a go to a bazaar in a mall or rent a stall in any areas because nobody is buying on the walk-in client. Most of them are delivery. There's no also very strict also on the dine-in because it's only allowed about 30 to 50% that will be entering your dining area. So it's better to lessen your operating expenses by using maximizing your home or your house and maximizing also your internet in the house, maximizing also your people. Actually, it's more on family-oriented business because in the Philippines, most of the children are also online schooling. If imagine if you're not on the online business and your business is not at the house, what will happen to your children because they're now online schooling and most of the time the parents are beside their children while they're conducting their online schooling. So I think the ideal setup right now, even the government are allowing now the house to be one of their business address because before there is a zoning there's a zoning. You cannot conduct your business in a subdivision or a condominium because there's a zoning Di ba? There's a commercial establishment zone, there is a residential zone, and but now the business district zone is converted transferred to the residential zone. And it's not sustainable because the operating expense is low, even if your sale is smaller or not that traditional sale before pandemic. But since the operating expense is very minimal, even if your sale is small, it's still profitable. Profitable. Okay. So the expenses, they reduce the expenses, being a micro entrepreneur because they're conducting their business inside their house. Once you conduct your business right now in outside of your house, you rent a stall, you hire people, and the electricity is industrial rate. You will not earn because the sale will be low, not the traditional one. Because we interview many businesses, their sale is only 30%, and but the expenses is the same, the fixed expenses. So once they transfer their business inside their home, they reduce the expenses, the rental, the fixed expenses, the salaries. Before they're employing people, but now it's a husband and wife team. Sometimes if their daughter and son are grown up, it can be their assistant. And naman, most of the children I know is technically oriented. Sometimes they're much advanced than their parents. Sometimes the children are the teacher of the parents when it comes to technology, brothers.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
what's happening in the Philippines.
yeah. They become the sales manager.
Yeah. And the good thing about right now, many people are asking me, what is your business? I always tell them the business of our company or organization is collaboration. Because right now, teamwork is the name of the game. You cannot survive without collaborating or bartering without the use of money. You exchange your ideas, exchange your services to other, and to produce something valuable and reasonable. Yeah, that's a good thing about pandemic crisis. That
Yeah, we have to
Alhamdulillah,
start again
Alhamdulillah.
something. We have to start again. Sometime the entrepreneur restart when the pandemic about 1 year. 1 year we have a pandemic this crisis. So hopefully this year
yes,
2021 we start collaborate. We start to collaborate with entrepreneur to we have a platform. Of course, we have in Philippines. You have already a platform to deliver as a Moto Express, and in Malaysia
yes,
we have many kind of this. Of course, in local also we have more than 10, I think, and I try also the fast track to bring and to help the entrepreneur to when they start in the house, but we can help them because our government allowed the runner or this logistic company, I mean delivery company to run in the pandemic. So that's why when you see a Food Panda and also Grab, they are very achieve their highest. I mean on this pandemic because they are already ready of this. So I think what the best thing that I think in this pandemic, we learn something and we start for the new normal. Of course, in terms of today, we in Usapang Halal also using this digital platform. Even I'm in Sabah, Mr. Ritaudin in Kuala Lumpur, and Mr. Ibaya in Philippines, but we can meet together on today
yes.
in a good this program Usapang Halal, and then we can give our ideas and also any sharing of this halal improvement. I mean development. So today, I'm very sorry because I think in terms of I cannot share the document. I mean because of technical issue. But we just talk about today topic. Okay, I want to ask Mr. Ritaudin regards even you involved also in halal. So what you think about ours in Malaysia condition right now? Is it it's easy to entrepreneur to apply halal in Malaysia. Even when we talk about Malaysia, halal, jakim, in the world is the best in the world. I think in terms of what I call the platform that they already provide. But how about Mr. Ritaudin? What do you think about our halals?
Okay. In Malaysia, as we may know, is a Islamic development country where
Hmm? What's happened? Continue. Oh,
Okay.
what's that?
Huh?
What's
You
that?
already have your slides.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I think last week I go to the one of the macro entrepreneur that I can this is a video that we take on that day. So they are involved in Malaysian cookies. I think for Muslim it's for Hari Raya preparation for Hari Raya. I mean Aidilfitri, Mr. Ismail. Another 1 month
Mhm.
we will okay. So they are produced. So I think we go for this video first. So this is a product that they are produced in this I think home kitchen. You can say their home kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have also the frozen food. We
Mhm.
call it a leko. It's made from the fish.
This is some product that I mentioned before, Mr. Ismail and Sam,
Ah,
where this product is required a sub-zero storage management,
mhm.
where for our micro entrepreneur, it is affordable for them to have these facilities, but for them to have their product delivered to the consumer, uh, there is still no riders frozen product delivery here. So as an entrepreneur, they have to do it themselves. So it is very time consuming and sometimes not feasible for them to do it frequently. So
Thank you, Mario.
that is really a good opportunity if so we can focus on this topic maybe in future. Perhaps in the next a few session, we can also learn from Mr. Ismail and your team on this halal bikers delivery services.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, I go for this slide since this slide is about talking about halal awareness. I think for our previous we already talked about uh, it's a main for the owner of the food industry factory. I think this ownership. I mean for this is a restaurant, central kitchen, logistic, and also warehouse. I think we already talked about logistic, halal kitchen, Mr. Ismail. Also,
Yes.
I think a few months. Okay, so so why? I mean, the reason that why halal? I mean, what is the impact that when you involve in halal? Of course, number one, I think when we look in the halal industry in the world, is the biggest opportunity to export your product to among not only a country like Malaysia. Indonesia, when you can go also other countries like Japan, Korea, they also already have a Muslim community there. Okay, and then what I want today also this the world trend news. I mean, now in the halal industry is not only food. We also the halal infrastructure, and then MPF farming, MPF processing, halal medicine, halal trade finance, halal publishing, education and training, catering, and so on. So I think a lot of opportunity that you can also halal cosmetic. So this what is it? So what is the best that when I asked Mr. Ritaudin about talking about halal jakim, because I think this logo already about more than 30 years, I think involved in about 47 countries that follow this procedure. I mean all the main like I think standard for this example, when we talk about food safety according to hazard analysis critical assessment, we have MS 1500 2000 as halal food production preparation. They have all the standard that you can go and to research on this as a guideline to all. I think because that's why this halal logo is very a good in the world right now. So okay. So today also I want to share a product from our part. Sorry. Okay. Before I go to this, okay. Okay, we look first on this. So what is the okay, maybe the line.
Saya Halimah Abdul Ghani, berasal dari kampung Sungai Batang Batu Singgung Sandakan. Saya adalah pengusaha makanan-makanan frozen, termasuk biskut dan kek lah. Saya sudah mendaftar dengan MI di sini di bawah Tuan Fakir, dan saya rasa sangat berbanggalah hari ini sebab sudah datang ke bengkel saya, dan saya berharap masa-masa akan datang ini saya boleh diberikan bantuan lah untuk memajukan lagi saya. Terima kasih.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Tunjuk apa yang ada
Ini sekarang ni
Very. Okay, I stop first. Sorry. It's quite long. Okay. Okay. So I think this I have a technical issue. So okay. We go for this. I think discussion again. Or we have a message for viewer. Okay. So what I try to show in this program right now is when we want to develop this entrepreneur. They have one organization like a group to bring them from this micro-entrepreneur. I think in Philippines we have Ismail Abaya as a good trainer to develop entrepreneur in this Malaysia. And about me and also Mr. Ritaudin, I think we have also involved on these activities, but based on our skill. But right now, I think Alhamdulillah, I'm have one this organization we call as MADC. So in Malaysia, I think we have to start this early because when the pandemic come, I think most of entrepreneur have a same problem. They cannot sustain into of to produce because of uh, this pandemic. They have many issue, and then of course when we talk about to start again, that's why we need them to, I mean, to clear back what is the important thing. Think of in this new normal, we have to digitalize all these, activities. Example, what I'm as a mentor right now is to is a two main key in the your is number one is your company profile, how you want to establish your company profile, and second is your cash flow. The cash flow, I mean, you have to digitalize your company. You have using this all this kind of to record and all your sales. I think to become as ni. Then we talk about halal. Of course, last week I think we talked about halal training. So I want to involve and also I think collaborate with Mr. Baya to bring about 5 entrepreneur in Malaysia and 5 entrepreneur in Philippines. We try to sit
Yes.
down and then to give their knowledge about what we talk. I think when the slide is only to talk about halal awareness. What is the awareness? But when we go to sharing with each other, because in Malaysia we also as a non-Muslim also involved in halal. Mostly
Yes.
non-Muslim when they open up their company, they have a target. I mean, right now it's Chinese. We have many Chinese as a printer in Malaysia. They are very their target is to export the product. That's why they need this halal because when they go to the export market, they example one of my entrepreneur they want to export to Brunei, so they need this halal. When I will go to visit them, I think on this week to look their factory and give advice how to start to prepare this all kind of document to set up. But number one, I think to give awareness and then to clear them what is the important thing, and then you're responsible for honor to involve in this halalness because number one I think the honor is become as a man because even Muslim or non-Muslim they are committed and responsible in what they involve in halal. Okay, I think any suggestion I think from Mr. Ritaudin. Hopefully you have a very many experience I think to help many entrepreneur in your side. I think what is your for me today is our topic is mostly to bring entrepreneur to to develop them as a halal industry in the halal industry. I think this is our focus right now. So halal industry mean we have many category like pharmaceutical, food, and then we also have services. But what we try to start right now is a mostly focus on food and also maybe others kind of product like pharmaceutical. So what suggestion I think from Mr. Ritaudin, any suggestion from you?
Okay, to be frank, there are a lot of entrepreneurs that really look into this halal industry here in Malaysia. But like in our local joke, we have this kind of joke of saying that which come first? Is it the chicken or the egg? I mean, Mr. Ismail, do you understand? Which come first?
Yes.
Is it the chicken or the egg? So in this dilemma, what we always come across this startup people, they have this dilemma whether to start with their product sales or to start with the certificate and then only can sales. So there is something that we really need to guide them that in certain cases uh, the product would probably go into the market, go into a consumer without prior to this certificate chop. Okay, right? So that the main halal is on the maker or the owner responsibility as a Muslim. So it is a very important for us to give them this highlight that this halal certificate, you have to spend some money, you have to make this proper, like here in Malaysia for JAKIM certification, uh, it's almost impossible for you to have this halal certificate if you are operating from your home, because there are so many guidelines that you have to particularly compliance before they can provide this certification to us. And for young people, for new people who involved in this food industries, for example, to get this halal certificate is quite a challenge, because the guideline is very hard to comply, and it costs money. Some premise have to be renovated. It has to be complying with certain certification before you can get that halal certificate. So for new entrepreneurs, for them to see, have a mindset that we have to get this halal certificate, then only we can sell. So it's quite unreasonable and pitiful. But this pandemic, Alhamdulillah, we can see that this kind of restriction or mindset has become improved, especially for this business owner. For them, it is very dangerous for them to have a mindset that if only I have this halal certificate, then it is halal. It is very dangerous. It's a very poisonous mindset. Why? Because halal in Islam itself, halal is a self-responsibility, self-commitment, self-compliance. So business owners should have that kind of mindset to start with their product. So it is not impossible. So if you're asking back whether it's a chicken or egg, it's basically none of them are matters, because we emphasize that it is start from the person itself. It is started from the entrepreneur itself. For them to produce halal end product, they have to be responsible to ensure that all the raw materials, all the processes are compliant with Islamic literature, Islamic teaching. It has to be clean, it has to be halal in the sourcing, and it has to be good practice of producing. So this is something that really important. And if it is practiced in the right way, it is impossible to get this halal chop, but it is sufficient for us to trust this certain product that it is halal compliance, or it is good healthy to be eaten. It's good for us Islam also. And that is where I think this kind of fear has to be removed or eased for our new entrepreneurs, to enable them in a way, after a certain period of time, after a certain expansion of business, then only this halal certificate will be imposed. I doesn't say that when it is halal chop, it is halal. So it's actually started from the business owner themselves. So it started from their home actually.
Okay, thank you very much. Very good explanation. See for today, we have of course, in my side also. I think when we look back to our entrepreneur in terms of a level, is it they can bring this or apply this halal depend on their companies due to the license and then another requirement that before they can apply this. Even in Malaysia, they have many requirement before that we can start. I think number one, in terms of sales, I think it depends on your sales and then of course your company license, permits, and also the product that you're involved right now is mostly it depend on your what is your target to bring the product going for the global. Okay, Mr. Ismail, I think we have a message from you or any comment on that.
Yes, you
Okay.
can close the show.
Uh,
My message only is very simple. I hope
yeah.
we can put all the product of the micro entrepreneur in Malaysia to our digital marketplace in the Philippines, so that because we have no sufficient halal product in the Philippines. Before pandemic, most of the product in the Philippines are from Malaysia and Indonesia. But now many are in the on the online on the digital world. I hope the micro entrepreneur from Malaysia can put their product in our site so that we can view them, and hopefully we can import some of the product. Yeah.
Yes, thank you
Allah,
very much.
Allah.
Uh, okay, from Ritaudin, any message to our viewer today?
To our view, my wish is also always be strong in this pandemic, and inshallah we trust in our Quran saying that فَإِنَّ مَعَ الْعُسْرِ يُسْرًا. In every hardness there is a willingness, there is a help from our God, and this is where we have to put ourselves. Be positive, and COVID is something that's come, and inshallah it will go. But when is something that is a mystery. Nobody can tell. It will happen for another 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So we have no time to focus on that. We have no time to focus on that. We put on this kind of effort, do our best, and inshallah be strong, and we are together. Inshallah.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, for the ending, for me, thank you very much to watch our program and see you next week. Okay, so see
All the
you very
best.
soon. Bye bye. Thank you very much and Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
See you next week again.
Yes.
Inshallah.